a good wine.
Okay. Are we live? Do we live again? Are you all here?
I don't know.
Are you reaching far
Maybe.
across these new frontiers?
Yes, we are live, on a whole new link.
What?
That's okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. Whew. At least we're here.
Standing here.
I'm standing here.
Standing here,
I'm standing
realize-
here.
Standing here, I realized you were just like me, but not as flashy.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna boop Canvas again. I'm not even gonna bother with Luke because the boy needs sleep. I won't let him. Okay, but you guys okay? Yeah, something did happen, all right. Someone, I don't know who, he's living with, Brian's house, has been fiddling with the internet when he didn't need to fiddle it! And now I have to suffer! So, welcome back, everybody.
Okay.
Oh, I'm on the wrong screen! No!
Is that? Yep, that's okay.
Jordan Wusa.
Okay.
Jordan,
I am playing it up for the record.
chill. Do I need to send you some of my meds? Chill.
Okay. Anywho, so
I'm doing a bit, guys. Calm down. It's okay. I'm
That's
okay.
So technical difficulties aside, it's like we're here. Canvas and Luke are still not here.
Wake up. Actually,
so-
Luke, don't wake up.
Yeah.
Sleep. You need the rest.
Sleep good.
Alright, so, otherwise, yeah, how's everybody else doing, aside from the technical difficulties?
I'm chill.
I was chill.
I am here.
Alrighty.
Okay, so we're not.
Wave in the chat.
So we're not blipping at all, right?
Does not look like...
Am I blipping?
You sound fine.
Yeah, you sound. Yeah, you.
Okay,
you
well-
good. You good.
Well, also, I'm also looking at Streamlabs, and it seems to be hitching. So I am very paranoid, personally. But oh, also, Tom Holland is doing NFTs now. Wonderful. In Tom Holland's voice, I'm excited to announce my partnership with Binance and the launch of Spider-Verse. Register to get early access to $ Spider-Coin and Spider-Verse NFTs. I'm blocking you, Tom. Sorry, it's over. You're so over. Goodbye.
You'll learn the hard way.
Learn.
Spider-Man would never.
He wouldn't,
It's like,
actually.
who uses NFTs anymore?
Okay, Luke is here.
They
Hello.
have no value.
Yeah, it's like... Yeah, that's where I was like, yeah, I haven't heard about NFTs in months. It's like, those things still exist?
Unfortunately.
Except they're worthless now. They lost their value.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
Hi, Luke.
It's Luke.
We are suffering.
For it.
I fell asleep a little bit.
No,
Good
no
morning.
problem. Yeah, no problem. Like, yeah, we literally, like, just spent, like, half an hour with technical difficulties.
Yeah,
So-
so what you missed was, we started the stream, on, Realm's End. His dad decided to fuck with the internet, and now I'm doing it. Help. NFTs had value.
They have the approximate value of a JPEG.
All right. So now we're just missing canvas. Okay, so remember, Discord and Streamlabs are my safe zones.
Okay. Yeah. Suffice to say, I know we're like starting later because again with these technical difficulties, so that's where it's like, probably in like 5 minutes we can start the game proper.
Yeah.
That's like Crystal Star goes, so I got Final Fantasy 7 on my PS5. Huzzah!
Is it actual Final Fantasy 7 or is it
not?
remake?
She's trying out the original.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, wise investment.
Like, I don't have anything against remake, but I think people treating it as a replacement for the original are wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
That's like me. Yeah. Meanwhile, late start on my end on this one, but I'm finally getting around to playing Persona 5 Royal.
Yay.
yeah, that's on my to-get list.
See,
Like, I
that
played-
could be a replacement for the original Persona 5. That
It is. Oh, it is.
Yeah.
I literally just got done with Futaba's Palace. It is by far, it's long since surpassed the original.
See, the thing is, my reasoning for remake not being a replacement for Final Fantasy VII isn't so much about quality being different. Isn't about, oh, it's not as good. No, that's not it. It's that it's telling a different story that in some way kind of relies on the original iteration of 7, if that makes sense.
Yeah, honestly, I can agree with you there. I mean, it's like, could you play Remake and Rebirth without playing the original? Sure.
Yeah, you could.
I just don't think you're going to have nearly the kind of attachment unless you've played the original.
And you're not going to get the full Final Fantasy VII experience. You're going to get the remake experience, which is fine, but it's not a remake of the game. It's a sequel.
Yeah, that is true. And Dylan Watts' birthday is in 4 days. Yeah, happy early birthday.
Yeah.
Happy early birthday. Wait. Happy birthday on our next stream.
Yeah, you're right. On Curse of Strahd Day.
Yes, Strahd wishes you a happy birthday.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
And who are you to presume what I want to do?
You're a fictional character.
Oh, I'm very real. I'm in your memories, aren't I?
Listen, we can talk all this meta bullshit all we fucking want. Fuck you with that bullshit.
Such a small-minded fool. Anyway.
Yeah.
Last person who called me small-minded, I called some things that I won't repeat on this stream. Go watch Boot Camp 60, Chapter 6.
Oh, I'm shaking in my boots.
You should. You should on that one.
I'm also hoping to graduate next month. Yeah, hope that goes well, Crystal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm pooping canvas one more time. This is silly.
Yeah, that's
I'm back.
okay. Almost,
Letter, you still with us?
done.
Yeah, I'm still here. Hang on with pinging them.
Oh.
Does them or their housemate are actually active on Steam? I think something's happening at their place at the moment.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Okay.
I'll
Let's make sure-
try
I
to
just
get in contact with their housemate again.
Okay. Yeah, I just make sure Beans is okay.
And I am back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, come back.
Yay.
Okay, so we're still stable, in terms of, well, everything?
Looks like it.
Okay, chat. I have a question for
I was
you.
just gonna say.
Yeah. I have a question for you, chat. How do we sound? Am I overpowering, everyone else? Or are we just right? Yawn. Well, I'm going to, well, that was actually kind of helpful.
Sorry.
No, don't apologize! I said it was helpful!
Crystal Stargirl says, I think you guys sound good.
Oh, great. Okay, awesome. I'm gonna turn myself down a little bit, though, because I'm a naturally loud person, and... Yeah, that works. I'm not hearing
Dylan
anyone
said-
being loud then.
Yeah.
Actually, hang on a second. We should probably make sure to test it with me doing Pacifico's voice, because I know I'm a little bit quieter when I do Pacifico's voice.
That is very true. Let me raise you up a little bit more.
Okay, thank you.
And this is my Amy voice, or at least I try to.
It's like, again, audience, do we sound okay?
I think I'm gonna raise you pretty high, honestly. Okay. Yeah, so I didn't need any adjustments. You guys did. I think we're good now.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
But
Okay, so at this point we'll wait till we hear back from Luke, and then we'll proceed.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Standing here, I'm standing here, standing here, standing here.
also,
I forget which theme that is. I just don't remember which theme that is. I just noticed saying standing here over and over again.
It has to be this way from Metal Gear Rising, Revengeance.
That's the one. I knew it was Metal Gear Rising.
Yeah, Revengeance.
And I guess while we wait to hear from Luke, Boone, as our resident Magic the Gathering dude, I suppose we should ask, in your opinion, how is this Thunder Junction?
It is a very cool set. I have a commander deck with Kellen the Kid, and I've played it a couple of times with this online play group I have that plays on Tabletop Simulator, and my God, I end up getting targeted because the Kellen deck is scary, which means I'm like, okay, this is actually, and what it does is it plays Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay.
Because I'm just playing a bunch of spells from my deck, and I also made another red-black deck that plays my opponent's deck. and the commander for that one is Laughing Jasper Flint.
I will.
He is a lizard man, and when you have outlaws, which is a series of creature types, which is the creature types you would expect to be outlaws, and warlock.
Yay! Wait, Canvas is here.
Beans.
Yeah, I swear I'm smart. I swear I remember these things.
No problem.
I even
no
tried
problem.
getting contact with fucking Robbie, and Robbie just doesn't fucking answer.
Yeah, don't worry. I fucking figured it out, Robbie.
Okay, I'm glad we're. I don't think it's a spoiler to say that this is one of our more RP heavy sessions. So thank the Lord it's not happening on an action-packed session.
Mm-hmm.
All this technical bullshit.
I'm on 2 hours of sleep.
Go to sleep.
B was playing. No, I want to play D&D.
Yeah, cross your health.
Be more important than sleep.
And B was playing Fallout New Vegas. That's why they weren't responding to any pings.
Yes, because
gotcha.
yeah. I was
I-
They're
absorbed
set
in
to
betting
do not
enough to get me
disturb,
kicked
and
out.
it doesn't make noise.
Gotcha.
I will say I hope maybe one day, probably later down the road, Outlaws of Thunder Junction is good story, and I would like to play in a campaign based on.
I mean, yeah, it's also very open to kind of everyone. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
All right.
Who the fuck is Outlaws of Thunder Junction? Hi,
It's
I don't
Cowboy
play Magic
MTG.
the Gathering.
Neither
it's
do I.
Cowboy
Neither do,
MTG.
yeah. Neither do I. That's where I just went like boom. As our Magic the Gathering guy.
Outlaws
how
of-
was it?
Outlaws of Thunder Junction is the new Magic the Gathering set, and it is set on the plane of Thunder Junction, which was originally like kind of closed off from the rest of the multiverse. At least that's the excuse they're giving. But there's like now a million Omen paths going there, and Jace stole a League of Legends character that has a map in its brain.
Okay.
Huh.
Yep, that's. And
Welcome.
he got one over on Oko.
So hang on, you're telling me that this was a fucking plane of dread until now?
Kinda.
Not
Weird,
exact. Well, there's a lot of desert.
No, because planes of dread are locked off from the rest of the multiverse.
that's
Yeah,
Domains of
that-
Dread, and yes,
That's
but
one
also
of the things that makes them a plane of dread.
yes, typically they're also put there by the Raven Queen, but we'll skip over that.
Yeah.
Hmm?
So, and then something happened, like the universe sneezed, and then everyone just started showing up there.
Oh,
Yeah, because the Omen paths all opened, and a lot of them are going there.
because Phyrexia plot device, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Imagine being kidnapped by the universe just to be placed in Yeehaw land.
it's like
It's not so much kidnapped.
Suddenly-
You walk there.
And I will, as I said in general, we technically, Raul was on Thunder Junction, therefore we technically had a gay cowboy. Therefore, gay cowboys are canon in Thunder Junction.
Okay.
I just need to get my brain back. Honestly, the background music really helps, but I just need to get my brain back in Canvas for a fucking moment because I've been shooting. Well, I've been dealing with trying to clean up Benny's corpse for the last half hour.
Honestly, Fallout New Vegas is my favorite Magic the Gathering setting.
I think it's
Oh
time
my
we got
fucking
this started,
God.
yeah?
Yeah, we need to. Yeah, we actually need to start this thing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
half an
that's-
hour
that's
too
super
far.
Alrighty.
Sorry.
Alrighty, so picking up from our last session. So what you call it? Amy brings Canvas home to do some things with the King Queen. They got to meet her mom, and then everybody went to Pacifico's home plane of East River. That was where they found Luke. They informed the family of what happened at the mansion with Orca. And yeah, shenanigans ensued.
Pacifico was asleep for like half of the day.
Yeah, that's a
Oh, wait a minute, here's an idea. While the recap is happening, we'll do it back and forth.
The what?
Do the what
Ignore
now?
me. Never mind. Never
Yeah.
mind. Never mind.
That's okay. It's like we had
Nerves.
all the difficulties, but that's okay. So let's go on ahead and get this on track here. So again, so we're piggybacking from the last session, which took place pretty much over the weekend, and we are actually going to start at the Quandrix class, beginning computational magic. Right, so this is Luke and Canvas, I believe, are taking this class.
Is this when we switch to the main
Yeah.
screen? Okay.
Yeah, go on ahead.
I am out of
Okay.
practice.
No, that's fine. Okay, Alright, so as always, Luke and Canvas, since you're taking the class, go on ahead and roll a d4, and we'll figure out what your little reward is for taking this class.
Gadzooks, Professor. I got a 4.
Yeah, Zooks, you got a 4.
That's a 2.
Alrighty, so, Luke, you get the spell scroll for Vortex Warp. Canvas, you get the option of spell scrolls. You can either choose Arcane Lock or Alter Self.
I'll take Arcane Lock.
Alrighty, so Arcane Lock that is. Yep, so you can go on ahead and add those spell scrolls to your inventory. And then, oh, we gotta get you an updated token. Yeah, so
We are caught with our pants down.
it's okay. It's okay. It's like, it wouldn't be a proper D&D session without some shenanigans.
Scuff, 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 scuff.
Shenaniganer.
Shut
Kill
up,
me.
Dave.
Be silent, Dave.
Alrighty. Alrighty. Okay, anywho, so at both sides of the desk sit plasma globes with the filaments of lightning just dancing within. Occasionally, a bolt will break free of the globe, whipping in the air before falling back in. And standing before the desk are not one, but 2 teachers, the twin casters, Adrix and Nev. And in unison, they speak. It's like, let's review the nature of the Quandrix mascot, the Fractal. And they summon their own little fractal. It's a creature made of lines and geometric shapes, and it appears to take on the form of a large, fancy goldfish. Simply put, fractals are formulaic representations of creatures that come to life. Math is magic, after all. And wouldn't you know it, it appears one of our students has solved his formula. They take a look at you, Luke. Care to tell us how you came to this realization?
Well, it was rather a simple thing, really. I just kept going over my work, realized I got a number wrong in like 4 different places, and he seems a bit strange. Because I see a giant owl, but none of the rest of you will.
Yep, the class all look at him, and pretty much everybody in this class, including the teachers, they all see the same form, the form that Arcavians usually see, which is just kind of like piles of code.
It seems I've stumbled into some weirder stuff when it comes to creating the fractal. How do I explain this? He has
It's
free
a bit
will.
odd. Oh, yes, that was in his code. If I may, I would like to show the class what I see it as. For reference, I'm not from here. And with the go-ahead from the teacher to cast a spell, she's going to cast Silent Image to show the gremlin that she sees, and goes,
Alright.
continue, and just nods to Luke.
I think somewhere along the line I've added an equation that's answer is different depending on where you're from, because you interpret it differently. As such, you interpret bats them differently.
Alrighty, so as you're explaining this, I would like to imagine like Rosie, she'll kind of like come up, you know, probably maybe like, you know, she'll come up like, we'll assume that, probably like right next to Canvas, we'll assume that like the silent image of the gremlin, and, you know, she's a little bit more interested in the image of the gremlin than the piles of code.
Makes sense.
Alrighty, so then as the teachers, you know, are taking all this in, and then as soon as you bring up, you know, like some kind of like an equation possibly of allowing it to be different, immediately like they just go and they ask, did you divide by 0?
No, if I divided by 0, he wouldn't exist. If you added a division by 0 to the creation of a fractal, the fractal spawns, collapses in on itself, and then disappears.
Gotcha. It's like, very interesting. You know, we want to see where this equation goes. And apparently, according to Boone, there actually is a Magic the Gathering card called Divide by 0.
So fun fact, because fractals are tokens, you actually cannot target them with divide by 0.
Okay. I was just pulling a stupid funny joke, but apparently that's a Magic the Gathering card. What the
From
fuck?
Strixhaven!
Son of a bitch!
Okay.
Is that just a Quandrix spell?
I don't know.
It is blue.
Misery, inadequacy, failure. The common denominator is you.
Yep, that's the story of my life.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, but suffice it to say, like, you know, yeah, the teachers are definitely interested, you know, in seeing, I guess, like, more how Badsum can continue to evolve. And, yeah, the other students are, yeah, they're definitely intrigued by this, you know. It's like, yeah, they're like, you know, like, when are we gonna get our mascot? Alrighty. Okay, well, let me pull this up. Alrighty, so if there's anything else that you would like to bring up?
Not really, no.
Alrighty. Alrighty, so I guess with that, yeah, that'll pretty much be the end of class.
Actually, at some point during class, because I imagine it goes for a bit longer, and we go into the various other stuff. I do, in my workings, just slide across a note, and I just kind of point at Luke and just go, "Hey, can you proofread this?" It's more code. Notably, there is excessive usage of ether, likely that it would need to be created on a different plane. But that's what she slides across.
You've got multiple things ending in negative integers that are going to make your fractal weaker than it should be.
I have a solution for that, but you'll have to... I want you to come with me to... I don't want to write down what my solution to that is while I'm here. you'll have to come with me. I want to show you it and possibly show you its creation when I finish it. We shouldn't be talking in class, and she like gives a look to the teachers and goes back to her work.
He spins out a red pen and circles an equation and then goes to the next page.
Yep.
Alrighty, and yeah, while you're doing that, I'm trying to make sure I can update your get your token updated.
Yes. I'm also going to be sending you the token for my fractal soon.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Just a heads up.
Alrighty. Okay, I'm trying to think, it's been a while since I've assigned tokens. Did I do it right?
Wow.
Did you do it right? Let's see.
I don't know, you tell me.
Let me just refresh the page and see if that fixes anything.
No, wait, I think you gotta
You can
click and
actually
drag it
add
back
your
in.
own token to the
Yeah.
screen.
Hang on a tick.
Oh, does that change it? Regardless, I'll remove mine for a moment so that when I do
Okay,
this...
there we go. Okay, there we go. Yep, I see it. Okay.
Yay.
I am stressing
Yes.
out.
There we go.
All right. Okay, so all right. So with that said, yeah. So yeah, pretty much now the class is over. Yeah, Luke, Canvas. Is there anything that the two of you would like to do?
We should probably wait until we... Do we have class on for the rest of the day?
Pretty much like the way I'm like, yeah, just heads up, like the way I'm handling this session is like, you know, pretty much like I do plan on going through the rest of the classes, but at this point, I think it's more so like it's finishing up stuff for you guys. So that's like, you know, Amy's got a class, Pacifico's got a class, you know, so.
All right, what we'll do is Canvas will make plans with Luke, and then once we've done the other classes, we'll swing back around. And if you're okay with it at that point, then we go to Canvas taking Luke to the lab.
You know, we can actually knock that. We can actually knock that out. We can actually knock that out right now.
All right,
I'll be
Canvas.
Yeah.
Canvas looks a bit eager and goes, Luke, are you all right to come with me now?
Yeah,
I think
have to
I'm
fix
actually
something
about
like in
done.
Here. You've got some things that aren't going to add up, right?
Yeah, but come with me. It'll make more sense there. Trust me.
He turns around and, to his creations. You three are going to have to head back to the door. Don't cause too much trouble. Don't cause too much trouble for Rampart, please. And the three creations begin to scuttle away.
Now, don't just come to Kaladesh. You want to follow my sign, okay?
Yeah, alright.
All right. And then Canvas is going to bamp her like with her clock wipe. She's kind of... I'm not sure if Luke is all right with doing it here, but she kind of just does it in full view and just leaves.
All right. We're going to your workshop, correct?
Yes, the workshop that I sent you.
There's enough lightning in this room. Luke is hit by lightning and disappears.
Luke the lightning rod.
Alrighty.
Ba-ba-da-ba.
Alrighty. So, all right. So yeah, Canvas, as you and Luke come and arrive. Yeah, I'll let you take over here and describe what it is that Luke sees.
So Luke, as we land, we are immediately very high up and it is extremely windy. You see a very large vault door with several sizable looking spooky runes. And otherwise you can see this is... You might have you've probably seen this in glimpses, having been here before. This is one of the various clock towers. It looks like one of the more abandoned ones. And we're not at the top of it, but we're quite a ways up, and we are looking over Girapur, the main city of Kaladesh. And Canvas lands, and as you land just after, she's already kind of going up to the door and seemingly tracing lines through some of the runes on the door. I'm gonna need your help spinning this. I'm still not that strong. Welcome. There's no mat, so it's just this. And Canvas is getting to work trying to open the door.
All right, so as the two of you work together to open the door, let me pull it down. You'll eventually get it pried open.
Wait. We can do this?
Allowing you to step in.
Yeah, out of game. We can do that?
Movie magic.
I literally just put one map on top of the other, and
Okay,
with
okay.
the way,
That was cool.
yeah, yeah, like because Canvas here was the one that built this map, and honestly, with the way it's built with the clouds, it was like literally like I just literally had it like up at the top, so as soon as it's ready to open, I'm literally just dragging the image down.
Yeah, I need to steal that for some of my games. That's really neat.
Yeah, like I figured because literally the only change is just an open door. There was no need to do like one of those maps where it's like I'm literally combining two maps for like an upstairs and a downstairs. There's no need to do that here.
Yeah, it's just you either impose one over the other or just drag one down or whatever.
Yeah,
You just do a quick transition.
That is some movie magic right there. That's really cool.
I did. That's the first time of me doing that. I'll be honest. Me making two maps like that. But
Anywho, continue.
Luke, we step into a room. It is delightfully noisy. You're muted, by the way. It is delightfully noisy. There is the sound of static coming from the center, as you can see this whirling, complex-looking turbine of sorts, arcing with electricity, misting lightly with aether. As you see, this entire room would likely be quite a danger to blow up, as there is aether everywhere. There is vials and packages along the left side. There's statues made out of what seems to be this bluish yellow metal. Down the bottom you can see some sculptures that seem to be like weird interpretive art. She has, it seems to be some busts placed around. There's an obvious massive amount of damage to one wall that seems to have broken some of the various curios she has. But she immediately, like, kind of says, take a moment to look around, as she walks around the arcing lightning ball in the center and makes her way over to what is fairly obviously a workstation, cluttered with various different things, clockwork and otherwise. You have free reign to look around. How high is it?
Yeah.
It is about 12 feet off the ground, and up on like a pedestal thing, holding it up there.
Luke casually walks under it.
Yeah. You are not struck.
What purpose
Canvas
is
kind
it
of.
there?
That's the thing that I used to. Originally, this was all one connected mass, but I've been working on this, intermingled with working with my mother and occasionally Rags on just bringing in things to try and create an area for myself. originally there was a direct line from the floor beneath us to the floor above us, but that is what is currently actually powering this and the clock itself. It runs on ether and some of the gearwork from below. You can see a stream down the centerpiece there, and we control it via this. And I point at what looks to be a loosely ramshackle typewriter that's been jammed into the side of more machinery, and all the letters have been removed, and now they have symbols on them. Watch you step. I don't think you're small enough, but you don't want to fall down there. And she points down one of the 4 grates that show the inner working cog network that goes down hundreds of feet down to the bottom.
Must be a pain to lose a gold down there.
Yeah, you generally just wait a week and go to one of the gremlin nests. But come over here. I wanted your opinion on this. We can marvel at the other machinations first. Last. So, she grabs some aether vials and starts putting some things together. And she holds the aether vial above the papers that were filled with inaccuracies and things like that. And you see in the blue light there is a silvery ink that becomes visible, that's adding extra parts to the equations, making a lot more sense suddenly. And it's just adding what is not, it's definitely not clean handwriting. The rest of it was clean. What she had at school was clean handwriting with bad equations. Now, as she holds this aether vial above it, and the aether seems to react with something on the paper, revealing scrolling silver cursive lettering and little bits, multipliers, random integers here and there that all seem to just make it make sense suddenly. And she leans in and goes, Luke, I do mainly need you here for my safety. As I conjure this, I don't want it to go wild, as that's what some fractals do if you don't fully understand the outcome.
Well, hang on. You gotta... What am I saying? Of course. He pulls out a pen and flips through to find a somewhat blank spot, and he quickly puts in a calculation of his own.
What have we got here?
This should prevent it from trying to kill you if it does go wild.
Right, I hadn't worked out an equation for that. Otherwise, she grabs the papers, thumbs through it for a second, and holds it clear before her. All right, just protect me as I do this. And I'm not sure if you've got a moment, DM, grab the token that I'm about to send you. Sorry, I thought I sent it already. I am...
Yep, I'll get you.
I need to get that some actually drawn.
This one. Yeah, I also don't have mine actually drawn. Mine just looks different.
Canvas, how many charge counters are on your aether vial?
Oh my god.
Aether vial is also a magic card.
Yes.
God damn you,
Considering I'm
okay,
about to summon a... what's a spell that summons a fractal? Anyway.
Yeah,
how much mana do I need?
Yeah, I think technically, when you get the ability to summon mascots, you treat that as find familiar. It's just, instead of choosing like your familiar, the mascot acts as the familiar.
So we're in an ungame and it has 0 charge counters, and you're summoning a token out of your hand. Got it.
Yeah, we're in a funny run. So
Okay,
So
I got your
Canvas-
token ready.
So Canvas reaches over one hand, the hand that's actually holding the sheets with all the equations on it, and pulls from it. And this is the first time that Luke actually properly sees this, as there is this wiry, almost sinewy-esque silver blue metal that comes out from in between the gears. And you see from just behind you, kind of pulling around you, Luke, more aether gets yoinked out of a bunch of the vials. She doesn't realize she's doing this. And as it happens, this silvery, wiry, bizarre mess of bluish silver metal starts to form and then, undulates and twitches and changes as it goes. Eventually becoming what looks to be, well, that's the token that we're using. It is, for anyone looking at it, it is it's like, for those who don't know Magic the Gathering, it is a liquid metal fractal.
Is it a fucking sliver?
No, it is far closer to what's known as in MTG as a memnite or a Ethereum memnite, which is what it actually is meant to be similar to. Which is not really a thing that exists, but we'll skip over that. But she brings it forth and seemingly looks a lot more tired than she should be from casting Find Familiar. And she wavers for a brief moment and almost falls to the side. As you can see, there is something... Her arm almost looks like it's missing something now. It starts to fill back in slowly, but the arm, some of the inner workings are gone, and it doesn't work for a brief moment. And she kind of stumbles to the side, almost landing on the ground next to Luke, catching herself. Whew. It's stable. And she looks at it for a moment. It's stable. That's good. Now let's see if I can command it. And she clenches her hand and tries to shrink it down, opens her hand and makes it grow in size as the wiriness gets shown off a bit more. As it seems to spread apart. It does seem to have a little bit more visibly finite size, but, that's not technically how fractals work. And she stops for a second and goes, This is what I've been working on. Thank you for being here. She moves over here and leans on the toolbox.
A couple pieces where your code is a little bit brittle.
Yeah. It's hopefully reprogrammable, considering what I put into it. See, I've got this, and she makes her way around the machinery to point at some things. See this silvery metal down here that we've got. I've, created art with it, but I can't really bring this sort of stuff to Arcavios because, well, this is too big. And there's just not enough Ethereum there. Aether. I should say Aether. This... I dabbled when I went to other planes for a little bit. This is what I've been working with. I think it's called Ethereum, as someone else coined it. And I use it to weave things. And occasionally they're like that. And she points to the fractal, that they can be closer to alive. And so I thought with a fractal, it would bring it even closer. But, I mean, it's definitely something. It's just sitting there waiting for orders. You're free to come here if you need to experiment on things away from your home. I know there might be eyes on you occasionally there. But...
Oh no, my place is damn near untraceable unless you've been there before.
Good. I might... No, I don't think it would work well with the environment there. You need hard surfaces for what I do with these. And she gestures to the metal that seems to be warped and woven like fabric.
I mean,
Well-
I could set up my old workshop again. I've got a lot more space there than just my house.
I didn't realize. I thought you just had the... I mean, you wouldn't have been able to build... You know, it makes sense. I don't think you could build something like Flit. No, that makes sense. Sorry for dragging you all the way out here for seemingly not that much. I just wanted to have a safety net.
Oh no, there's no problem with it.
Thanks, Luke. Thanks. I guess I can say Croash here.
I'm usually eyes on you when you're here in...
There's eyes on me outside. That door generally keeps out anything that wants to get in here. And the other house, there's definitely eyes there. I drop in from time to time, but I don't think they know how to deal with it. Here, if they knew what was here, it'd all be gone. A good old Chancellor would come in, open the door with a flick of his wrist and just take everything. And she's looking over at all the sculptures, the pieces of probably malfunctioning gear on the shelves, the work of art that she sees as the turbine in the center. But no, he doesn't know about this. You are the only person outside of what I'd call my family knowing about this at this point.
I could build you some automated turrets that'd not kill, but knock out anyone you don't want in here.
That might be... We might need to
build
figure
them
out
here
something.
so they can use it. So they can use ether for power, though.
Yeah, it's a lot easier than trying to figure out clockworks or winding them up, so we could leave them for a bit. Ether vials are a bit more forgiving here with how much energy they produce.
Could route them.
Yeah.
I could probably route them into the power system running the clock.
I wouldn't recommend it because then it's too much aether being used in one spot that starts to draw attention. And might draw storms, and I don't really want to hurt the people beneath this tower. The reservoir across the way is already doing enough of that. And she actually steps over here, and through the cracks she actually pulls a piece of metal to the side and points, and you can see this beautiful, gigantic, ornate, what looks like an upside down water droplet, like covered in lines of gold, with a twisting blue energy kind of coming and siphoning in through the top. That one's garish enough, and that causes enough problems. I don't really need that happening over here. Besides, I power a lot more than just this
seconds
tower.
for popping.
You'd think so, but they actually kind of... It's different than that. And it's actually weathered quite a few storms as much as I feared the worst. This place, and you see she kind of points at some of the pieces. This place got hit by one of the airships that was shot at and swerved. That's what happened here. It happened while I wasn't here, which is why I was horrified when I opened that door one time and there was a draft. No, it should be all right. She walks over and looks down one of the grates. Gremlins are at it again. The servos will deal with them, but God, they're getting annoying. And she's looking down, and you can hear what sounds to be tearing at metal. There's something down there fucking with the gears.
Yeah, like loud clanging.
And you see as she said that, one of the compartments on the wall, almost like a dwarven sphere from Skyrim, produces what looks to be like a little golden automaton that scuttles down the wall towards the sound.
Dana would appreciate
The
that.
tower's a lot, and it means a lot to me, but I think as much as turrets would be nice, just having a way to check on the place while I'm not here. Something to do with maybe if you can figure out that that planar clock, if you can figure out a way to sync to other planes while you're not on them, we could get some kind of planar message back to me if someone breaks in. Some of the turrets get activated. Because if they're knocked out, that's all well and good, but I mean, if it keeps knocking them out every time they wake up, then they'll eventually starve. And I don't really want dead bodies to come back to.
Planar
How about it?
alarm.
Yeah,
Something
planar
that
alarm.
can warn you when you're not on the plane.
That would be something to work towards.
I have a lot of projects to work on at the moment.
I'll help
Got
you.
Schematics for your the pipe riders for the star. The
Yeah.
ideas of a planar watch that I've got
Do you want any
flesh
help
out
with
and
any
get
of that?
work.
Do you want help? Like, there's proof of concept right there. She points at the turbine. I'm alright at actually helping with this stuff.
A different set of eyes on a couple of them would be nice.
Alright, well, you know where I stay. And, well, you've got enough messengers to send a message if you really need me and you're stuck doing something. I'll be there. Alright?
Alright.
Now, let's get over and probably she scoops up a few vials and puts them in her pockets. Grab one for yourself if you really need one. I don't have control over the over the fractal, by the way.
Oh,
I was gonna pull it with me, and I'm like, oh, that's something we can solve now.
okay. Yeah, let me...
Yeah, there should be an option for,
Yeah, controlled by...
yeah, in journal and also controlled by, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, can you control it now?
Yes.
There we go.
Yay.
Yay. Alright.
And she just steps outside, and they close the door. We don't need to do the movie magic if you don't feel like it.
It's okay, I can do the movie magic.
Bonk.
I don't know.
That's so cool!
It's such a cheeky little thing to do, but I love it.
No, it's
I
like,
can tell that wasn't a GM layer thing, so you're gonna have to show me how you did that.
It was all on the map layer.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, because you can put apparently you can put multiple images on a map layer.
Yeah. I've done that with another map, but yeah.
I have actually done that in
It's how
First
I
God
built
with the
maps
Morning
for
Lord
the-
vision that you guys had, but holy crap.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
leagues
like
better.
literally, like if you can see, it's literally I am literally like pulling it down.
Wow.
Okay.
So yeah, just let me just drag that to the top so it's a little bit more seamless with the clouds. But that's literally that.
Oh,
that is,
I'm just now seeing the line, but because it's not my focus. I see. Yeah.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
Alright.
that's cheeky. That's a lot cheekier than I thought you'd go with
Yeah,
it. That's
animators
nice.
do this shit all the time. I love it.
But before they go, Canvas goes, the actual lines that I strike across the symbols, just so you know, it's my last name in cursive. It's a bit of a mess, but once you get used to it, you'll be able to open it, no worries. I would not recommend planeswalking into that room.
Planeswalking into a room
Specifically-
in general is a bad idea.
I specifically wired that thing to be attracted to the energy we make when we appear. So it's probably going to fry someone if they planeswalk directly into that room.
Fair enough.
Safety network for the one person I want to be in there the least. You can see it makes sense now. You probably didn't make the connection, but it makes sense now that the bust in the corner that's next to the desk, it makes sense as to why it's covered in graffiti. It is this noble looking palish blue man, bald head, looking very punchable. And it's just covered in graffiti. And I'm gonna say that Luke's perceptive enough to notice the bust at the bottom of the name said Doven Barn. Oh, Counselor Doven Barn. It is also notable that it looks like those pedestals were stolen.
Wait a second.
Because there's one there, and there's a different one over here that's a bird. But,
What did you say your last name was again?
Zebinwat.
A terrible realization has dawned upon Luke Star.
Does that show in your face at all?
Yes.
What's up, Luke? We're right here before we go back.
Your mother wouldn't be a thief, would she?
Oh, sorts. Canvas kind of like looks around for a moment, tracing the horizon for a familiar looking ship that isn't there. Why do you ask?
Dad's always been complaining about stuff being stolen here.
It would make sense. I've never seen anything that would lead me to believe it, but there's a decent chance we've stolen stuff from, well, anyone who makes weapons. Putting them in the hands of people that actually need them, rather than the consulate. You see, as she said that, she kind of like moves over to the edge of the balcony, and looks over the edge and points, and you can see that there is a building with 4 of these large golden ornate turrets, kind of just very slowly sweeping, and a bunch of like people are just giving this building a wide berth. That's what they do to people. They scare the shit out of them.
Wow, that tech is archaic.
It's what they use. It's a stolen invention in itself.
I could
What a
shut that
mess.
down with a paperclip. Just from back here, he's asserting that that is nothing compared to what he can build.
Yeah. Well, Canvas smiles back. You should see what happens when you put one of these. She pulls out an aether vial. If you put one of these in the control board on the side, it is a mess. It's dangerous to be near it for the next few seconds, but it's a mess.
With a little bit of some liquidized metal, I could turn those things off for generations to come.
Yeah, I have to caution you. don't do what I do. It's she kind of
What
like
is it that
leans
you
on
do?
this, and she, you know, gestures over to the fractal, and the fractal's bits almost sink into her arm, and this wiry, weird mesh of like weird, like it's like sinewy metal. Is how it affects the metal, and she, you know, she creates like a little butterfly. It doesn't move or anything. It's just a little metal butterfly. This. Don't become a sculptor like me. It's taking something from me every time.
Oh no, I don't even think I'd know how to do that. It's a bit less building things and more art than science.
Yeah.
But
Speaking of which, speaking of science, we might want to get back at some point and
if you ever want
finish
to
up
cause
the
some
homework.
chaos, I'll give you the recipe for an amalgam that will. Let's just say if the turrets try to fire or anything, they will blow the fuck up.
I'd be fascinated to see how that works.
A little bit on any part of the barrel, and it will cause so much structural weakness in the thing that
It'll just
even
blow
if it
itself
does manage
apart.
to fire, it will be as inaccurate as a barbarian trying to shoot a bow.
Yeah, no, that's a good analogy. No, we should. If you give me that, you know that that's going to get passed on, right? That's not just
Oh,
going
absolutely.
to me. Okay, good.
Just make
You have
sure
an
you use
understanding.
it specifically on people like that, and he gestures to the giant turrets, and not people like that. And he points down towards the civilians on the Earth, on the plane itself.
Yeah. No, it doesn't get used on that. It won't. She's like looking down for a moment, and while she's not sure that the Vidalcan that just walked out of that building is who she thinks it is, it's good enough for her to want to leave immediately. And she grabs a hold of her fractal, which almost looks like it's a part of her for a brief moment, and then she goes, "All right, we're leaving," and vanishes. And because in that brief moment the fractal is a part of her, she brings it with her.
Fair enough. He is on. So there is metal everywhere. An arc of lightning bolts from into the room and over to Luke before he vanishes as well.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so yep. So you guys planeswalk back to Strixhaven and continue on with your day. And now we are going to fast forward.
Yay.
All right, so we are going to fast forward a week. So make sure to add your proper paychecks when needed.
Add 5 gold to your mana pool.
Yes. And we are going to switch over to Lorehold.
Yay.
All right. So now, Amy, I know. I believe this is a class that you are taking, the Introduction to Archaeomancy.
Correct. Oh shit, of course Big Face is here.
Well, of
just
Huh?
just gonna sit all the way on the other side.
Wait, make a perception check.
Okay. That is a 16.
All right, so then I'd say, as you're sitting down, being like, okay, let me get as far away from the hyena, and you go and, as you go and, pull your chair out to sit, you do get a little glimpse of something or someone fluttering into the room.
All right, so Thistle, while making his rounds throughout Strixhaven, notices that there's a bit of chatter going on here. So, he actually decides to go in and hang out somewhere. We'll say, what do you think is a good place for Thistle to stay out of sight? Not that he's hiding,
maybe
just a nice seat somewhere.
Like, kind of like out of the way. You could probably like find maybe like a perch on like the bookshelves or something.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea too. So it's like a little bench for him.
Yeah,
So-
find like a little seat for like in between some books or something.
He also notices that Amy is among the students here and actually sits closer so she can see him and gives a little wave.
Kind of goes a little tiny wave back.
All right.
And then he turns his attention studiously to the instructor.
Alrighty, and before the lecture begins, so Amy, I need you to roll a d4.
Ready? That is a 3.
You have the locate object spell scroll.
Ooh, that's a
good one.
Oops, I forgot to add a goddamn loop because of course I did.
whoopsie.
That's okay. I got you. It's like, no, it's like, we will not turn off the Klonoa music.
We will not turn off Peak.
No,
Alrighty.
never.
That's
Alrighty,
right, Dave.
so... Alrighty, so the class, it is filled with statues of figures and creatures found in Arcavian history. And standing at the foot of the class is Dean Augustus Tullis. And Amy, you recognize her, that this is the same woman who was offering fortune-telling during the Autumn Festival. It's just, instead of her wearing her little makeshift spider costume, she's now wearing red and white ornate robes, and she has like this like massive golden like headpiece just kind of like resting on her hair.
All right. Flashy.
Yeah. Alrighty, so as she speaks, at Lorehold, it is our responsibility to act not only as scholars, but as speakers for the dead. We are to be the voice for those who are gone, so that their stories may never truly be lost. One of the ways we do this is through the mascots. A loud cracking sounds fill the room as the joints of the stone statues behind the teacher suddenly begin to move, each of them stepping away from their pedestals and one by one bowing to you all.
This fascinates Thistle.
We call these spirit statues. With enough training, it is possible to call the spirits of the departed themselves, provided that they have a suitable vessel. It is not an easy task to ask a departed spirit to leave their place of rest. But once you make that pact, you will have an assistance for life. They are your partner, not a servant. What do you make of this?
Amy's fascinated, and given what happened to what happened back at the mansion, and she's like thinking, okay, so that was a vessel for the spirit lady who talked to her. So that interesting.
Alrighty, then Tullis, she notices your curiosity. She's just like, like, Miss Freya, you seem to be quite interested.
Yeah, this is gonna sound like a very strange question, but can spirits reach out to you without the use of a vessel?
So typically, at least not in my experience, but I mean, I suppose it's possible, but I don't think there's ever been one in recorded history. Like, why do you ask?
I'm pretty sure it's well known of what happened at the mansion with everyone in the school, isn't it?
Did you tell them?
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, well, yeah, like, I mean, word has gone out that, the manor has been raided, but as far as, like, you taking, Sophiel's statue, no, you kind of kept that to yourself.
Yeah. So she brings out the statue. I've been borrowing this. The one who inhabited this statue spoke. Brings out Sophiel's statue.
Yeah, and then she's like, is that from Captain Applewing's manor? It's like you actually found it. I thought it was stolen.
Yeah, it was. Please forgive me. I'm borrowing it, but like I said, the one who inherited the statue talked to me, and she spoke of her sisters.
Sisters? That's like I see. If you wouldn't mind, may I please have a look?
Sure.
Alrighty. So, Tullus, she'll actually approach you, and you kind of see, she, kind of like touches the statue very delicately. It's like, it's strange. I don't sense anyone within this vessel.
That was so odd, because like when me and my comrades found it, I was the only one who could sense it. The others said it was just a regular statue, but when I touched it, that's when Sophiel spoke to me.
That is, I mean, at least by that description, it does sound like that works properly as a spirit statue should. Think maybe we'll need to look into this a little bit more. I mean, I know you must understand. I mean, as a dean, I must inform you this statue is property of Strixhaven and it should be returned, but if things are the way you say, then as an archaeomancer, I just cannot ask one to part with a relic that has clearly chosen them. Perhaps you should speak with your arcanobiologist teacher and explain the situation. She was the one who originally donated the relic.
Of course, I shall. And I've been taking very good care of it.
Yes, please continue to do so.
Of course. And here's the strange thing about this, the spirit. It was speaking to me in a language, but I understood it.
And what languages... Strange, what languages do you speak?
I speak Sylvan, I speak Elvish, of course I speak Common, but this statue spoke in a language I have never heard of, but I understood it. It was so strange.
This is definitely something you need to look into then. It's like, perhaps you can speak to the other Lorehold teachers. Hofri Ghostforge's specialty is the forging of spirit statues, and Osgir is an expert in restoring and replicating relics. Once you have Miss Lang's permission, of course.
Of course. Could you direct me where their office is after class?
Of course.
Alrighty, thank you very much.
No, not a problem. Okay, then, is there anything else that you or Thistle see?
Thistle, shortly after class would actually like to fly over to Amy.
All right.
And,
I'd say now we can, here, I didn't play this during Quandrix, but, okay, yeah, so we'll assume, okay, class is ending.
Alright,
so,
yeah,
Thistle flies over to you.
And, Amy, you've never seen this before, but Thistle seems excited. And then he calls out to you, Amy, you got a second?
Huh? Oh, yeah, sure. I'm on my way to the dean's place if you want to join me.
No, your business is your business, but I just wanted to say, he, gestures his hand out, to, this entire room. This is it. This is where I can find all the answers to my problems.
Ironically, that's also the same with me.
Huh. Maybe if there were planeswalkers from Dermot, maybe there's some records about them here. It'll take some digging, sure, but anything whatever it takes to bring me back home, I'll take.
Of course, you're trying to find. It's kind of weird. We're trying to find our origins. Your origin of home and the origin of my power.
Deep within the annals of history, it seems, for better or worse, our destinies are intertwining.
Yeah. Fate is a very strange thing.
Right. Filled with uncertainty as well. But while we discover what it is about our origins that elude us, I want you to know that you have my rifle if you ever need me.
And no matter what, fairy or not, if you're in trouble, I will do my best to prep you back up.
Yeah, I'm not asking you to be friends with me, but we now have a common goal, and come hell or high water, we should support each other whenever we can. Because at least in my case, what else am I gonna do besides hovering around you like some old git?
I mean, you have the sharper eye compared to the both of us. Sure, you'll be able to spot anything that you sense is wrong, and we could break it down together.
I do have a sharp eye. That was his attempt of being sarcastic.
Amy had to giggle at that.
Thistle actually grins a little bit and says, well, what do you say we try this again? My friends call me Thistle. He reaches his hand up to Amy.
I'm Amy Freya. And we'll shake your hand gently, of course, because, you're small.
Yeah, so I guess in this case, Thistle would grab onto the pad of your pinky, and then he'll shake that. And
it's actually nice to... it's actually very fascinating to see other fey creatures that are outside of Eldraine.
Yeah. And I can't say I've ever had dealings with humans before, but this universe is filled with many surprises, it seems.
Yeah, some good, some bad, and maybe one day I could take you back to my home plane just so you can get a feel for it.
I'd look forward to that.
Yee. Oh god, I'm doing that thing. Yee.
Yee.
Fuck.
It's infectious.
Alright.
Alrighty. So you said, so after class, you wanted to try to meet up with, what's her face? Veralda Lang?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see. Let's get the proper music. Alrighty, so Varelda is found in your classroom. Thistle, I guess if you would like to join Amy, you are more than welcome to.
You know what? Given how heartfelt that conversation was, Thistle actually would like to join Amy, but of course, asking her if that's okay.
Which she'll accept.
Yeah, because he knows that she's iffy around the Fae, but with her consent, he follows her closely behind.
And
Alrighty,
enter the
so-
classroom.
Yep. So she leads you to to all the way through Witherbloom. So now you get to take in the sights of Witherbloom. And when you arrive in the class, obviously class is not in session right now. Varelda is pretty much like preparing for the next lecture. Okay. And then she looks up and she sees, oh, hello, Miss Freya.
Hello. Been a minute since we've been in here, hasn't it?
Yes. It's like, yes, how's everything going? And who's this? Turning to Thistle.
Thistle would wave hello and say, hang on, let me doubly make sure I'm getting her name right. Greetings, Professor Varelda. My name is Thistle. I'm in the process of being enrolled here, but I thought I would take a look around and see what you have here.
Oh, well, welcome. Glad to have you here. And then you see, like, on the other side of the desk, you see her little pest, just kind of like just sitting there. It sees you and it just kind of goes like, just kind of like a little growl, like in response.
Thistle immediately takes flight and says, "That was a mistake," and veers away from the desk.
It's like I know he looks creepy, but trust me, he's harmless. He's a good boy.
Did you feed him?
Yeah. Question: did you feed him? Because I am not feeding myself to him. I am not on the food chain.
Alrighty. So, as you bring this up, so, you'll see, she'll probably, like, pull out maybe, like, some other, like, little slabs of, like, meat or something from, like, the desk drawer to go feed to the pest. And as she's feeding him, she goes, it's like, now, Miss Freya, how may I help you?
Well, I just got out of class with Augusta.
Yeah, Augustus Tullus.
Yeah, Augustus Tullus, and well, I presented her something, and she directed me to you. As she pulls out the statue of Sophia.
And immediately she just audibly gasps and rises from her seat. Like the chair just tipping over onto the floor with a very loud thud. It's like, oh, sweet, merciful Witherbloom, you found it! After the robbery at the manor, I feared I wouldn't see this again.
I've been taking really good care of it, I promise.
Wait, time out. You've seen this before?
It's like, yes, I was the one who actually donated it to the manor.
Then he looks over at
I've been
Amy.
taking. I've been taking really good care of it. To explain, this statue called out to me, but the others didn't sense its magical properties. Only I did.
Well, I mean, I've had this statue since I graduated, and not once have I seen or felt anything unusual about it.
Yeah, but when I touched it, a woman came to me. She was speaking in a language that I didn't know, but at the same time, I understood it.
And what did she tell you?
She knows what I'm looking for, but I have to find her sister.
Yes,
Uh,
Oops. Oops. I'm just hearing other voices, but that's okay. It's the
It's
voices.
Sophia.
It's the voices of the pests. Alrighty. So Verelda, as you're explaining, she'll reach back and she'll put the chair, seat it right back up, and just proceed to just kind of sit and just listen and just take it all in. And pretty much after all that, she just sighs and just says, so the statue truly is something special.
Yeah.
Amy and Thistle, if you are so inclined, make a perception roll.
Actually, could I potentially turn this into a help action for Amy?
You can if you'd like.
All right, roll with advantage, Amy.
That is a dirty 20 as the highest.
Dirty
Cool.
20. All right. Okay, Amy, as you see with Verelda as she sighed that sentence, you can see a sadness in her eyes as she talks to herself, and you can see tears beginning to well.
Is something wrong?
She just kind of winces. Oh dear, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to get so emotional. She just wipes the tears away, The truth is, I may have been the one who donated it, but someone else found this statue. And the man who originally found them would be so happy to see that his discovery would help someone generations later. That's the Lorehold dream.
He?
Who was it?
It's like he was a human from almost 200 years ago. He's long gone now. I wish he was here to be able to witness this.
Just know I've been taking very good care of the statue.
I can see that there's not even a scratch on it. If this statue truly spoke to you and asked you to find the rest, perhaps you're fated to continue his work. Miss Freya, if I allow you to keep this statue a secret, will you tell me everything that you discover regarding it?
Of course, of course.
Thank you. And you have my word. However, I do reserve the right to reclaim the statue should I see you misusing it. Understand?
Yes, I completely understand.
Yes. Although I do trust you'll take just as good care of it. And you, Thistle, will you help her?
Thistle looks up at Verelda and nods simply and says, I'll do what I can.
Okay. And then, she continues to kind of wipe her tears and just smiles. Thank you both.
The statue is the link to what I need to find here. And I've got to find it in honor of my father.
Alrighty. Alright, anything else?
Who was it that we need to find that makes the spirit statue?
Hoffrey Ghostforge and Oscar, I believe, is how you pronounce their names?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
I guess.
Hoffrey's Ghost Forge and Osgir the Reconstructor.
Amy will ask. I guess the last thing I can ask is, can you direct me to those names? Because I'm not pronouncing those.
No problem. It's like, yes, their offices are in the Lorehold campus.
Alrighty, thank you very much. If you do need to, I'd be more than happy to also give you the statue if you need it for anything.
It's like, right now I don't think I necessarily need it for anything, but I certainly wouldn't mind seeing it again from time to time.
Yes. It will be up in my dorm.
Thank you. And good luck.
All right. I'll see you in class next week.
All right. And we are going to fast forward a week, so go ahead and add more money.
Money. Okay.
Man, Thistle doesn't have any money, considering. Then again, he's not enrolled, but
Yeah.
so
How much
he's
money
got
do
some
we get
catching
from
up
these
to
weeks?
do, is what I'm saying.
5
get-
gold a week.
Yeah, 5 gold a week. Alrighty. And then, alrighty. So this pretty much leaves us... This leaves us with Prismari.
Yay. Also, DM, I am going to send you something.
Okay. Alrighty, so...
Just gonna.
Yeah, so go on
Just
ahead and drop yourself wherever you wish.
Prismari.
Oh shit! This is one of the ones that I'm on as well.
Yep. Luke, you are here. That's the wrong accent. That's Bear.
Hello.
That's not even your.
When did Bear get here?
Suddenly, Bear appears.
Suddenly, Bear has returned.
Thanks for the offer, but I only want to fight Bear today.
Bear, what are you doing? Bear, what are you doing here?
Bear does not know. Got feeling someone wanted to fight a bear and is now here.
And then,
They. I think they'd probably be in Lore. I think they'd probably be in Lorehold. I think
Which direction?
indicates the direction of.
Bear just walks off.
No, indicates the. It's like actually, wait. Go to the stadium. Go to the stadium. That's probably where whoever wants to fight you is.
A report comes in later. Like a war report, a wild bear stormed onto the battlefield.
They know he's a cat, right?
No, bear is capitalized. It is a capital, like a name. A wild bear stormed onto the battlefield and ruined the recreation. History has been forever changed.
so after that time paradox.
Okay.
Okay. Anywho, so Luke and Canvas, as usual, roll your d4.
You
Canvas
mean
isn't here.
Pacifico.
Yeah, Canvas isn't in this class.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, I know what you meant.
Nah, I want more loot. Give me more loot.
Yeah.
I've got a 4.
All right, and what did Luke get?
Whee! This coffee is waking me up. I'm feeling better.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so Luke rolled a 3. Okay, you get the spell scroll for pyrotechnics, and Pacifico, you get the spell scroll for color spray.
Whoa.
Color spray
but-
is very neat.
Yeah.
By
Like,
the way, Jumps moves over to you, Pacifico, and he hands you a scroll.
Which one?
Void Wall. Vortex Wall.
Yes, we're gonna need more money making opportunities because
You're stockpiling all the magic that you need to
It's-
copy.
It's on the artificer list, and it's one of the ones I'm picking up when I can get level 2 spells.
Oh, so you
Yeah,
want to get
when I
fair
can
way.
get level 2. I think it makes more sense for Pacifico to have to get a Quandrix spell through a scroll rather than learning it normally. Although he probably could, but
There's
However,
also
comma.
extra notes on it, so there's notes that Luke has made on it about what calculations the person who wrote it did slightly incorrectly, but still got the right answer.
this spell involves a lot of math.
It's a Quandrix spell, mate. Oh, what were you expecting?
I'm sorry. What the variable is Q?
Q is the variable for how it affects reality itself. If you don't factor in for how it affects reality, you end up tearing a hole in it.
I'm going. I might
Imagine,
need your
right,
help
taking a
translating.
knife to the weave.
I might need your help translating this math to dumb wizard speak.
That's an
Actually, no. Let me
oxymoron.
rephrase that. He wouldn't say dumb wizard speak. I might need your help translating this math into English, major.
What's English?
Pacifico, you're the smartest one of our group. What the fuck?
That doesn't mean he's good at math.
Yeah, it's like Donatello may be the smartest of the turtles, but that doesn't mean he has wisdom. He does stupid shit all the time.
But
Well, my wisdom is
math is part of being like intelligence. That's like one of the things of it that works.
He understood that Q. He understands. He probably is better at this than he's. It's like, you know what? I'll just translate it. It's fine. I should probably.
I'm just sitting up here with 2 less in my intelligence modifier, thinking, "Are you insane?" Not good at math, my ass.
Pacifico. I don't know why we've decided that. Pacifico is. I think it's a matter of that specific realm of intelligence is something that Luke and Canvas are better at than Pacifico. Like, if they explain it, he can totally follow along, but like very easily.
Everyone learns things in different ways, even geniuses.
Yeah. But I'd imagine if he's able to talk about things that fly over their heads.
Look, Luke is hyper specialized, and I find that to work better considering his intelligence bonus is +3.
Right. Like, I'd imagine it's more like Pacifico. See, whereas Pacifico is, in terms of intelligence, is weak in this one particular area. And that makes sense with it being not a 20.
That makes sense. But as soon as it hits 20, there's no excuses. Luke will teach you math and give you 2 points of intelligence.
Alrighty. Anywho, so, what's it called? So, yeah, walking through the Prismari College, it allows you to witness all manner of bizarre artwork being created using elemental magic. And this is even reflected in the classroom. Wisps of fire dancing around the teacher's desks, surrounded by swirling mist. Above you all, snowflakes tumble onto you and your desk, yet they leave no water droplets when they touch the surfaces and they disappear. And this is thanks to your teacher, a blue djinn wearing a costume befitting of a circus performer. Uvilda Mistquailer, the Dean of Perfection. And with a wave of her hand, 2 objects appear on each side of her, and I apologize, I do not have like proper artworks for these, so behold, geometric shapes.
You know what? That's artsy.
Okay. So, on one side is a brass construct with spiral patterns and designs built into it. On the other side, several pages floating in the air, filled with scribbles of lines, notes, and symbols. And this is where she speaks. Does anyone recognize where these 2 works hail from? Luke Pacifico, roll history.
Well, having a high modifier doesn't help if you roll like shit. So my total roll was a 9.
7.
Oh man.
9 and 7. Okay. Alrighty, so suffice it to say, the pages are a little too far away to really like notice any kind of details. And then I guess yeah, Luke, I guess some way that you don't recognize the stuff. Like, yeah, probably sitting too far away. Pacifico, you're probably being distracted by Quintelis sitting next to you.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Rebellious and math.
Alrighty. So with that, she just looks, and yeah, nobody in the room really knows. She goes, like, unsatisfactory. Alright then. First, we have a construct from Kaladesh. Turning to the construct. Inventors toil away building these creations. Days, weeks, months. Some don't even finish it in their lifetime. And this allows other minds to further build and craft until its completion. So when you break all this down, the planning, the gathering of the materials, the welding, the infusion of aether, the testing, just even a simple invention on one plane can be seen as a work of art in another. This, my students, is a prime example of Prismari's ideology of perfection. And she turns to the floating pages. Now, I suppose you will all find this to be a more traditional form of art. These are songs from Kaldheim, written to celebrate victory in battle. As before, it takes an artist time to pour themselves in creating music, but there's one major factor to consider. Sheet music is a guide. It allows for artists to replicate or even rewriting a song to suit their own style. So no 2 songs are ever truly the same, and this is an example of the ideology of expression. So now, I ask all of you to look deep within yourselves and answer honestly. What speaks to you? Perfection or expression? How do you want to answer that?
Pacifico has to think a lot about that.
Could you increase Bad's size, please, to 3 by 3?
Certainly 3 by 3 by 3. Oh. I'm trying to think. Do you not have capabilities of resizing and shit?
No, only the DM does.
Oh. Odd.
As
Okay.
much as I'd love to be able to resize the token, I can't.
Yeah, like,
Damn. Okay.
isn't there also a way to, make sure tokens appear big or small at all times?
But the point is, fractals can just grow and shrink.
Gotcha.
Pacifico would.
In different times, it will be a medium or large or a huge or even a tiny creature.
Pacifico would kind of has a response. He had to think about it a good while. It's like, what if both speak to one equally?
It's like, well, ideal. That would essentially be ideal, to understand. You have to speak from the heart as well as mastering technique. That's probably more so a goal, if anything.
Well, with the right technical know-how, then what you express comes out perfectly as intended. And and being precise in what you feel can help bolster the technique, can't it? They intertwine.
And to that, I absolutely agree. At least that actually has a lot more meaning behind it. A lot more that I can say about my colleague.
Now, there is an inexorable truth that there is no real room for interpretation when it comes to engineering, perfection, or people get hurt.
For engineering, sure, but for art?
I'm giving the answer for myself, mate. Because this, he gestures to his creation, this is my art. But there's no room for interpretation in it. Because they need to work. Perfection, or it doesn't work.
Yeah, and you can just see Vilda's just beaming with pride at that explanation.
And Pacifico's just having the slow realization that he has red in his color identity. Significantly so.
Oh, good stuff. And that's where, Vilda will turn to Pacifico. It's like, he brings up a good point, especially given his craft. So, you say you want to be able to master both. So what kind of art do you wish to create?
I suppose in some ways it's, I'm a blade... I would say blade singer, but I can't sing. More so a blade dancer?
Okay.
And I will not roll a deception check on him not being able to sing because he honestly doesn't think he can.
That's okay. It's like,
Poor baby.
So you're interested in the performing arts.
Yeah. Kind of not fully realizing it was an interest and not just a fighting style.
Yes. All right. And then Switch is like, and how do you intend to approach your creating this performing arts?
I've been working on perfecting my actual technique for quite some time. He has to think about that for a moment. But I suppose now knowledge of the technique is only going to get me so far. I need to learn how to express with that technique, don't I?
It's like yes, that is very much an essential part of performing. Whichever route you take with it, singing, dancing, theater. Performing takes many forms.
He's writing feverish notes.
All right. It's like, well, well, if this, regardless if this is something you are indeed interested in, Mr. Whitewater, I would highly suggest you keep practicing and try all different types of methods. Sooner or later, you're bound to find something that will just speak to you and come to you naturally.
I think, and he's not even looking up from the notebook, almost like creating he's creating a diagram of steps. I think so.
It's like, you think so? What's holding you back?
Good question.
Alrighty. Anything else that you guys would like to do in this class?
Feel like Pacifico is like very enraptured in all of this, especially after that opening salvo in the whole class.
Alrighty, so then I guess we'll just go on ahead and we'll call it here. Alrighty, so as usual, so Luke, Pacifico, is there anything in particular you guys want to do after class?
So it's like after the as the class ends, he's still working on the diamond sets, and at this point, shit, and he like kind of rushes out, realizing, holy fuck, I totally forgot about the karaoke.
Well, here he goes.
Robina's right there. One chick's right there too.
Alrighty. Alrighty, so I take it that's your cue. You want to make your way over to doing karaoke bullshit?
Yeah.
Alrighty, so if I recall correctly, that is actually Bows and Tavern, I believe. Let me pull. Yep, let me pull that map up real quick. And let me turn off the happy music. Okay. Alrighty. Let's get. So. Okay, so Bozen Tavern. Luke, this is your place of work. Feel free, if you want to hop in, you are more than welcome.
This.
Then let me hit the music.
Okay. I need to remember what Aurora looks like.
No problem. Oh, bongo. Fuck you.
I even had the wrong guild for Aurora, I think.
Aurora is in Witherbloom.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, let me...
He was in the class, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh!
He was in the class we were just in.
That's okay. And,
Sorry, wait, you were in... How did you beat me here?
Mate, you're incredibly slow.
I'm really not.
Okay.
No, Luke is changed into his work clothes and has already been here for a bit. Yeah.
Hang on. Where is my music? Oh, no wonder the music is not available. Fuck off. Give me my Persona. Give me my Persona 5. God damn it.
I'm just imagining Pacifico. It's like
The YouTube account associated with the video has been terminated.
Yep, that's okay. I'm getting another one.
At least fact, bruv.
I may have gone to the stadium looking for you first. I wanted to apologize for missing this like 3 weeks in a row.
It's like, oh, don't worry. You know, I know we're all busy. There we go. Got our music.
I think you need to zoom in, cameraman.
You getting this camera guy? Jordan, that's you.
He's on B. He's on BRB.
Oh.
That's
Alright.
okay. That's okay. Alrighty. Anywho, you know, he's like, I understand things have been getting very busy, but you know, better late than never.
Yeah, it's been a lot.
Been a while.
Whoa, what did I miss?
We just transitioned over into this map.
Oh,
The Bozen Tavern.
okay, am I here?
No.
Okay.
No, this is Luca. This
So
is Luca Pacifico.
So she was in the class when he said, I would say blade singer, but I can't sing. And she'd be like, liar!
Liar!
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This is where Pacifico's doing karaoke. Okay. All right, gotcha.
Yeah. Here, yeah. Here is it.
What's
See.
gonna happen?
Yeah, that's where it's like, yeah, so that's where, you know, she goes, you know, it's like, well, in that case, is there something you have in mind? Something you'd like to sing?
Well, there is one that I heard somewhat recently. What plane would Mystery Skulls be from?
I don't know.
Considering they deal with actual ghosts, you're probably looking at Ravnica.
No, I'd say Innistrad because the ghosts are also quite prevalent there, and that story that's played out in Ghost is super Innistrad.
Oh, actually, yeah. The story for all of the Mystery Ben music videos kind of flows through with very Innistrad, very Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, that's a good point. I do love how he got his start working for them by making a Phoenix Wright one first for money.
Money don't matter if it feels for you. Anyway, that's not the one he's doing. That's not the one he's doing.
Alrighty. Alrighty. So with that said, she's like, you know, it's like, oh, another song from another plane. I definitely would like to hear that.
Yeah. He cringes a little bit. It's like, this is going to be so. You know what? No. I told myself I was gonna. He slaps his face with both hands to snap himself out.
Okay.
No. Both hands at the same time.
No, as I said, okay, Rinosuke.
Alrighty. Right, I guess should we do a roll for this?
Let's roll for it. Yeah.
Okay, performance.
Yeah.
Make a performance roll.
Hey, I'm in the water dancing club, so I can add a d4.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna uncheck that for the session. What the fuck is up?
Denny's.
What happened?
My dice do not like. That's an 11
Ooh.
total.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's usually considered about an
I rolled
average roll, isn't it?
I've done two rolls. I got a 5 and a 6 on the die.
Damn.
You know what? That one's going to dice jail.
All right. Hey, it's like and like you know what? Fuck it. Like if you want to do a re-roll, I'll allow it.
All right.
Yeah. If the die,
And by the way, the D4 landed on 1 too, so I'm re-rolling the D4 too.
like like if the dice are if the same dice is giving you trouble, it's like if you're sending something to dice jail, it's like that's the dice.
And I feel like somebody would have given me the help action anyway. Somebody involved in all this. Yeah, swapping dice did wonders. That is a 23.
Much better.
Jesus.
There you go.
It's like, okay, that's what it's like. God, what is up with that dice?
This is why I don't always believe in the dice tell the narrative thing, because if the dice is being shitty, it's like, this is a shitty narrative. Chuck.
All right. Yeah, because that's like, what the
Sometimes the dice tell a narrative. Sometimes the dice are very good at telling a narrative. Other times they are
that's what I'm saying. Like,
And the narrative here should be Pacifico does not know himself very well when it comes to this.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the perfect story.
And then apparently Letter is sending you Phoenix, right?
No, that's Ryunosuke.
I think she meant the series
Ryunosuke
the character came
Naruhodo.
from.
Phoenix. The series that it's from is Ace Attorney, actually.
You know.
Now,
Come on. Semantics, dude.
I believe in the lore
That is
Ryunosuke
Phoenix's
Naruhodo.
ancestor.
Yes, because the name Naruhodo is also the Japanese name of Phoenix Wright. He is Naruhodo Ryuichi rather than Naruhodo Ryunosuke. I recently watched a Legal Eagle video about Phoenix Wright.
Okay. Anywho, what's called? This is actually appropriate. So, Dylan Watts asked, "Will there be a Yakuza-style karaoke dream sequence?"
Oh no.
I don't know.
Oh,
What?
no.
I don't know, Pacifico. Is there going to be a Yakuza-style karaoke dream sequence? Whatever the fuck that means.
Is there asking if I'm gonna sing
I don't
part
know.
of the song? Is that what's being asked? Because that's what I'm gonna do.
Oh, it's like, okay, like, in that
And
case.
I'm gonna do it in Pacifico's voice.
Alrighty, in that case.
Oh boy, everybody fucking mute.
What?
Okay, hang on, how do you pause this?
B pause?
Having a
Yeah,
mouth
be pause.
full of marshmallow plop in my mouth and shutting up.
There we go, pause. Okay, music's paused, okay. Alright, so, Pacifico, take it away.
I got this feeling I'm losing you, and it's got me reeling. I need a clue. Got my heart burning. I lost my spell. Can't see you turning up. This looks like hell. I can't fight this feeling. It's not in my head. I know it's something I did, baby. I can't fight this feeling. I'm out of control. Got to get back to the life that I know. Ooh, I'm not freaking out. but it feels like time is running out. How did this shit come about? I'm not freaking out, but I'm afraid of losing you. If that's what it comes to, baby, if that's what it comes to, baby, so you gotta say to me, if that's what it comes to, baby, if that's what it comes to, baby, it's all you gotta say to me.
That's all I gotta say.
You're a big fat fucking liar, mate.
Yeah, as he ended, I can imagine like so much cheering, and it's like, what?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And he's like, what?
Yeah. Also, to resume a song, I think it's B period resume.
Yep. Learn how to fucking spell. There we go.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. All right. So yeah, I think suffice it to say, yeah, you won the bar over.
He's like, wait, what?
If you were so worried. It's like, I told you had a beautiful voice.
And he's just like flabbergasted. I guess you're right.
No, it's like, I can't believe you were hiding this all this time.
Yeah. That actually felt good.
It's like, how wonderful. You know, it's like,
He could hear the voice in the back of his head.
It was
Sounds like you had fun.
he's like, you're having fun. Yay. It's like, and it looks like perhaps they want a bit of an encore. No. It's like, would you care to sing another song?
He smiles a little bit. It's like, sure. Do I break it out?
Do it.
That your call, dude.
Do it.
Dude,
I'm going to say this one is from East River.
Oh boy. Okay, looks like we're gonna have to pause.
Who's seen Kill Bill?
I have.
Yeah, not in a long time, but yes, I've seen the Kill Bills.
Now,
Oh, no.
granted, the original version of this song was not from Kill Bill. Unsurprising, Quentin Tarantino loves his covers. But, the original song was by the Animals, and it's called Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood.
Huh? Alrighty, so,
I haven't practiced this one in a long time, so I apologize if it's not 100%. However, comma.
it's like, however, comma, this is how we roll.
Yep.
Alrighty. Okay, in that case, I will pause the music again. Alright, so yep, take it away.
And I'm trying to recreate the Santa Esmeralda version as well, so there's gonna be a lot.
Okay. So yep, take it away whenever you need.
Baby, can you understand me now? Sometimes I get a little mad, Don't you know that no one allowed can always be an angel? When things go wrong, I seem to go bad. But I'm just a soul whose intentions are good. Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood. Yeah, baby, sometimes I'm so carefree with a joy that's hard to hide. Yeah, and other times I seem that all I ever have is worry. And then you're bound to see my other side. Oh, I'm just a soul whose intentions are good. Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood. Well, if I seem edgy, I want you to know I never meant to take it out on you. Life has its problems, I get more than my share. But there's only one thing I never do, 'cause I love you. I'm just a soul whose intentions are good. Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood.
It's like, yay! God damn it, Bone, how do you do this? Fuck off, Inkling! Anywho, it's like, seriously, Bone, that is awesome.
Two bangers.
This is why I want you to do it. That's why I want you to do a duet with Kitty. Like, oh my god.
It's like, yeah, Pacifico needs to put out some fucking records, clearly.
Out of game, Boone, at some point you definitely need to play a bard character.
Funny, normally, Bard used to be my main.
Really?
Yes, in 3.5, Bard was like my main.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Dylan Watts wants to know what was the name of the song that you just sang?
Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood. Originally by The Animals, covered by Santa Esmeralda, and the Santa Esmeralda version, which is where I was getting a lot of my delivery from, was used on the Kill Bill soundtrack.
It's a good song.
I like the idea that if Pacifico tries to sing songs that he doesn't vibe with, though, he slightly fucks up. He's not bad, but he just slightly fucks up songs he doesn't vibe hard to.
Right.
These songs seem to apply very specifically to Pacifico for some reason.
For some reason, it's a mystery.
Ghost.
Ah, yes, good stuff. It's like, yes, oh, you know, yeah, Aurelia, she's just like, you know, just completely like taken aback. she's like, he's like, and here I thought I was the start of Arcabios.
Oh, come on.
Alright, and then, here, let me grab, because, I am going to spare you guys my sad attempt at singing, because I just can't.
Aw.
Yeah, it's like, I can barely voice act, let alone sing, so it's like, instead, here, let me find, let me get a link. So, let's pretend that, skip. Oh, come on! It doesn't want to play.
Sorry, bug on my wall. Whoa, there goes my water bottle. Okay.
There we go. Okay, there we go. I got it. Alright, so yeah, so... Here we go. So just pretend this is Aurora singing. We get some pretty near music going on in the background.
Ooh. Oh, that's how you pronounce it. Near.
Yeah.
I thought it was Nier for the longest time.
Nope.
This is also the same person who thought Snivy's name was pronounced Snivy.
That's okay.
Hey, you're not on the
as
wrong
bad
for
as
that.
some
I
other
said
people
that.
with that. With some of those.
Oh, I got some strong
Lots
opinions
of
here.
people thought that.
Alright. So Luke, as all this has been going on, what's your take on all of this?
Well, first of all, as after the first song, Luke just called him out of being a big fucking liar. Can't sing my ass.
Okay. And that then
Yeah.
after his second song.
Well, there's not really many people who are buying alcohol when they're all completely transfixed on the person singing on the other side of the room. So he's just sat there listening to it as well, waiting for his job to pick back up. Mate, come here for a sec.
Yeah. Hey, what's up? Sorry. Kind of realizing he slowed down business.
Lie like that, and you're not getting another one of these. And he hands over a cup of coffee.
He'll take it. It's like I wasn't lying. I just didn't. I don't know.
Lying by omission, he's still lying.
I honestly didn't think I was that good. Okay.
Yeah, well, you proved yourself wrong here, didn't you?
I mean, he kind of looks around. It's like, based on everyone's reaction, yeah.
Well, if you ever think of coming back, bring some more songs. If you keep coming here and singing, you'll bring more people in. Means my job becomes more interesting.
I'll keep that in mind.
Alrighty. Alrighty, so I guess anything else that you would like to do while you're here?
No, I think Luke's just going to return to his work and casually collecting more rumors to take back to the Star.
Alrighty.
Just one more thing Pacifico would do. He's going to kind of reach for that notebook he was writing in.
Alright.
And look at those dance steps and kind of tilt his head. It's like, I think I was right to say that I shouldn't do Silver Quill, though.
Yeah, seems you're a bit too creative for those. How do I put it? Wordsmiths? Yeah, that sounds about right.
I mean, I am a diplomat. I also... It's not that I...
Pencil pushers, that's the word.
I mean, I'm also one of those, but, well... I came here looking for an answer to, and, I think if I'm looking to my diplomatic side, I'm looking in the wrong place. I need to perfect the expression.
Well, I don't think I can help you with that one. My domain is quite solidly in the physical object of things.
No. But what you have been helpful in is helping me realize what I need to do.
Chill the fuck out and relax.
That's part of it, yeah.
Realize that it doesn't matter what people see you as. It's what you prove to them that you are.
That's another part of it. I don't need to pick between being a diplomat and an artist. I can be both.
I didn't want to put those words in your mouth. Always one step ahead, this little bastard.
Alrighty. Okay. And let me see. Alrighty, and honestly, I think that's actually a pretty good stopping point.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Nice
like
and
2 hours. Yeah, 2 hour session.
Aw.
I mean, nice and brisk.
Yeah, that's where I was like, I figured, this is gonna be, a pretty extensive one or anything. However, I will say, next session, 2 weeks from now, we will actually be wrapping up the winter season.
Ooh.
Oh, do we advance one more week, by the way?
Yeah, I'll figure that out. I'll figure that out. It's like, I would say probably for this week, sure. But, I gotta also figure out, how, between now and next session, I'll figure out how much time passes.
Okay.
All right.
So for sure, one more, and we'll figure out if it's more than one.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think that we're done with D&D goodness this week though, because this Saturday on April 20th, first of all, blaze it. 420 blaze it. Second of all, it'll be our 28th, I believe, 28th session of Curse of Strahd. We're gonna see what Kedra, Sugash, Ricky, and Corey are doing on their side of the world when they explore the mansion of Argon Vashtolt. They're finally here.
And maybe